Aloha, internet. Pehea oi.
Hey, internet. And I'm assuming that was Hawaiian?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What did you say exactly?
I say what I say every week. What is wrong with you?
What
I
was the.
said hello, internet. And
Okay.
then I said, how are you?
Um,
Although I could not, you know how I say, how are you doing today?
yes.
I only got how are you doing because when I tried to get the pronunciation for it, I couldn't find it anywhere. I could only find the Pahea part.
Okay.
Pahea oi.
Pahea oi.
Yeah, Pahea oi. I could only find that part, which is how are you doing? The other part, I won't even try to
This is
pronounce. Well,
pronounced
actually, I will. It's like Kehela la,
Kahela la.
but I can only. That's only from looking at the letters,
Oh,
and
okay.
they have different. They have like a sign, a kind of like line over the A, or is it the I? Anyway, I know that I'm not saying it correctly.
But you tried your best.
Right, right. Why I try to ask the people on the native site that I use,
Oh, okay. To
but
figure it
I
out.
think that the Hawaiian part is dead because like
Oof.
weeks of questions, Hawaiian questions
Uh,
have gone unanswered.
oh.
So I don't think that part of the site is. I don't think there's anybody who's like learning Hawaiian or knows Hawaiian who uses the app.
Oh, okay. I got you. Just
So
gotta.
yeah,
Oh, no, well. Sounds interesting. Sounds correct.
doesn't
I
I
don't
I
know.
think it is correct because I saw a video where the lady was asking guy and she said "Pehea oi," and that's where I took it from. If she said it incorrectly, then I'm wrong too. Okay,
I
goodness.
think you did good enough for the intro without
Christopher is
going all
making me
that
very
work.
head with all of these into this.
So how's your week been?
My week has been yeah, great. I think today was
Uneventful?
a good day.
It was a good day. Why was it
Yeah,
a good day today?
because it was just a good day.
Oh,
Yesterday was a good day
got a
too.
big smile on your face. Like today really was not bad.
Yeah, today was good. Yesterday was good too. I don't know. It has to do with the things that I've watched recently. They just
uh,
put me in a good mood.
that's
The
good.
things I watched and the things that I read.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
God, can they
I'm
just
not going to
happy?
say what it is. I'm just upset that the thing that I'm reading, I have to get coins, okay? And you
Oh, is it like
can't
one of
get coins.
a toonomics or
This is
something?
not that. This
Okay.
is lesin.
Ah, yeah, yes, I know that site. Yeah.
It's upsetting because I don't have any coins right now. And I read up to like the first season.
Ah, in the second
The
season.
second season is out, but I don't have any coins.
I
I am
got you.
out of coins, and I have no money to buy them neither. The thing is, every day you get like bonus coins.
So you just gotta keep
Bonus coins
waiting.
are for specific manhwa do.
Ah,
Do you
I
understand? It's
understand.
very upsetting.
It is very upsetting.
That's why I try to sign in every day. Actually, I got back the app on my phone just to read this specific one. I'm not gonna tell
Okay,
you what it is.
that's fine.
Goodness, I'm very upset.
Well, maybe it's been
Oh
pretty good.
right, I did not ask you. How
Yeah.
was your week, Chris?
It was alright. It was hot though, and a
It's
little
hot
bit.
right now.
It's hot right now, but not as bad as it was like a few days ago.
Wasn't it yesterday or the day before
I
that we
don't
were
remember.
dying?
I
We were dying.
almost thought I had a heat stroke or something.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I've been just working on a few things in the background. But other than that, I've been okay. Not as happy as Igor apparently seems to be, but yeah.
It was good. Yeah.
You're just beaming with
I don't know
happiness.
why I think it was good. I think it was good because the characters are cute. It's
Oh,
wrong, right? The
disgust
story
me.
is
Terrible?
no, no. It has an interesting thing, but also this always happens. I always say this, right? It's not anything you haven't seen before. It's an interesting take, right? But I just like the main character. He's so cute. Like a
I don't want to
little
hear
puppy.
anymore.
He's like a puppy. He's so cute. Anyhow, I think that his cuteness just throughout the whole day made me feel good, even though, even in anything else I was doing, I
Okay.
would just think about him. He's just a cute, he's just
Hmm,
a cute boy, you know?
okay.
Anyhow, what are you drinking?
I am drinking matcha mate grapefruit by Tazo, and I quite like it.
Say
It
that again.
matcha mate grapefruit. It's those
Ah,
three things and combined into the mate this tea. It tastes great, and on top of tasting great, it smells pretty good as well. Like I really like how it smells. It's just like a really good. It really the grapefruit is very nice.
mm-hmm.
But you think that having grapefruit and matcha and mate together would have like a bittery type of tea, but it's or overwhelmingly sweet with the grapefruit. But it's a perfect blend. I never expected it to taste quite like this. It's very good,
I
very good.
see. Is it sweet? Is it
Uh,
sour?
I wouldn't. If you add sugar, it's
Bitter?
going to be a bit sweet, but the actual tea itself isn't that like sweet.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a very nice accented flavor matcha tea.
I see.
It's just a little bit extra with the matcha.
Mm-hmm.
And that makes it just good. Like it's not the most perfect tea I've drunk, but I can see myself drinking more of this. I just
Is
like it
that
that much.
so?
Yeah, it's it's perfect for me.
Okay, well, I don't know.
You haven't tried it yet, have you?
I haven't tried it, but
It's really
it's
good.
a
Trust me.
fruit tea
It
after
is
all.
but it's
My
grapefruit
my
though
my standards are low.
for fruit tea.
Yeah.
But it's not fruity. It's grapefruit, and grapefruit in itself, the fruit isn't already
I
bitter, sweet type of
know.
fruit.
And that's how, see, that's how a lot of teas mess up though, because the fruit teas aren't, they don't taste original to the fruit.
Mm.
They don't taste like the actual fruit.
This
It tastes
smells and slightly tastes like grapefruit. But the
okay.
matcha and the mate are much stronger flavors, but the grapefruit is the scent. And that altogether works well to me.
Hmm.
So it's not a fruity tea. I wouldn't
Well,
call it a
I'm going to
fruity tea.
try it later. Right now, I'm having Bigelow Mint Medley. You've had
Yes,
it
I've had it
before.
before. Yeah.
It's
It is
amazing.
amazing.
It smells amazing. And it tastes amazing. I don't think there's anything else needs to say.
Okay.
It's just great.
It's a good mint tea.
Yeah, yeah. It permeates everything,
I got you.
you know? It feels great smelling something that tastes like it smells. You know what I
Yeah, I know
mean?
what you mean.
Because
Yeah.
sometimes you'll have some kind of tea and it'll smell like, oh my gosh, this smells great. And then when you
Yeah.
taste it, like,
Yeah.
this is not the smell. You know, it doesn't taste like the smell, but
Or they
this,
don't blend together well.
yeah, this is just amazing. It hits my nose and the back of my throat and my whole senses and everything is just alert and I love it. I think I drink it every like at any time of the day, I could drink it. I
Oh, okay.
wouldn't just say it's something to like wake you up or something to send you to sleep. It's just a anytime tea.
Mm,
Yeah. Anyhow,
anytime. Anyhow.
today,
Yeah. Well, yes. What are we doing today?
today
Mm-hmm.
is a very important day.
Why is it an important day?
Today is our mental health checkup day.
We have mental health checkup day.
Well, actually, mental health checkup day is actually in October, but every person, I believe, should have, a mental health checkup during the year
Mm.
as you go along. Maybe every, I don't know,
Is this
3 months,
like self checkup, or maybe
Yeah,
just speak with
yeah,
someone who
yeah.
assists you with like?
It's anything. You know what? It could be a friend that you talk to, it could be your therapist that you go to,
Mm-hmm.
it could be anything. And I know people think that mental health is about, if you have a mental
Well,
disorder or
that's
a disease
a
or something
lot.
like that. But that's not
That's
what keeping
changing a
up
lot.
your mental health is about. Everything that we do in our lives requires mental processes. And we get stressed out. The
Hmm.
relationships we have with people, the things that we do, the food that we eat, when we sleep, all of these kind of things are a part of our mental health. And you have to keep that in check. I don't think a lot of people realize that. Maybe more so
Nowadays, yeah,
nowadays.
it's becoming more present that a person's mental health way affects them greatly.
Yes.
But a lot of people shrug it off or put it away because,
Exactly. There used to be like a stigma,
yeah, when talking about mental health
and
or
there
like
still might be in
some
certain
people in some places,
places.
but it's more common now people be able to like talk
Open
about
up about
what's
it. Yeah.
happening with them and not feeling like someone looking down on them.
Right, right. Because in the end, we all actually have mental health problems.
Well, not just mental health problems, but should, you know, try to make sure that we keep our mental health up the same
We
way we
all
keep our
have
physical.
mental health
I
problems.
wouldn't say problems
I
though,
would say problems,
because
though.
even in the article that I read, it's like that's also a connotation. Like
Is
people are thinking
it?
like
I don't
that.
think
Just
it's a
talking of
bad
no,
thing,
no.
though,
I'm not
to say
saying,
that.
but I mean, I'm just saying that talking about mental health, you just said it yourself,
Yeah,
does
I
not
know.
mean everybody has mental problems. Just like mental health itself is
Right,
something
I
to
know
do.
that, but I was also saying that I think that all of us have
I don't.
mental health problems at one time or the other.
Okay, cool,
I
fair.
think it's inevitable, like getting sick, like catching the
Yeah.
cold.
Mm,
It's gonna happen at some time where you
fair
feel
enough. That
really
makes sense.
down and out. Are you just, in feeling it today? Are you really stressed? Are you had this friend, y'all just whatever it
Or
is,
some
these
event
kind of
happen in your
things,
life that
Exactly.
caused some issue. Mm.
Exactly. Anyhow, so what we're going to do is we're going to basically have a self um
Diagnostic. Well,
no,
where can we?
we're not going to diagnose
Not
ourselves. We're
diagnosing.
just going to have a session,
Where we just
our own like mini counseling session, but it won't be us counseling each other.
but for what we're doing is like questions and things like that that
Yes, that anybody could ask themselves as well,
or ask someone or
or
have
ask,
someone
right,
ask them.
someone, if that person you think is going through, or even if you don't think they're going through, it's never a bad thing to actually want to know how a person is really doing.
Yeah, and if you're concerned, you just see someone, just say, "How you doing?" The
Exactly.
person wants to talk, be willing to,
Open up
open up
to
or
you.
listen.
Exactly.
And these are just some questions or things to just see where the person is
Right.
in
And
their
you may
mind.
not be able to help them, but even just starting that conversation may be the first step for that person,
Yeah,
you know?
it's also just good to talk to people sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. What's the first
Where are we
question?
starting?
Where are
Well,
we starting?
okay.
Where are we
What am I
starting?
looking at? Are 20 mental health interview questions counselors should ask. But you can also use these as well if you're just discussing with someone or whatever. Like, say, is like what I'm looking at here now. Tell me about your sleeping habits, Kim, over the past few months. Have you noticed any changes? Difficulty sleeping, restlessness? How about your quality of sleep?
Okay, so it's really bad, let me tell you. Um,
Maybe is really bad.
so for the past, let's just say, year,
Oh boy.
and even before 2020, my sleep had been really undesirable. I,
Is it the bed?
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the bed,
Uh,
but my sleeping habits have changed just recently. Maybe let's say 2 months ago, I started like going to bed at 4 in the morning
Oh wow. Why?
because I'm doing other things at night, I mean, I'm doing
Yeah.
other things into the morning. Um,
Well, to be fair, my sleep schedule, don't I sleep like at 6 in the morning.
exactly. You're no one to tell me. Anyway, the bed is not that comfortable. I need to get a new bed.
Yes, probably.
Yeah.
Do you think that's the core of your issue, the bed and sleeping late?
Okay, I don't think that my sleeping schedule is the issue because when I wake up, whether it's in the afternoon that I woke up or if I woke up in the morning again, I don't really feel put off.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, there are times where I know, okay, I'm exhausted and I feel like, okay, this I should go to sleep at such and such a time and whatever. But usually it's not like that. It's fine. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but the bed that I have is kind of something else. It is really hard.
Yeah.
Um, you know how some beds the springs get looser and looser as time goes by?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like my springs get harder and harder, like stronger and stronger. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a simple fix then.
Is it?
Yeah, just get a different bed.
And I do have difficulty sleeping. It started from years ago though, where I used to be a really sound sleeper.
Yes.
Like nothing could wake me up.
But everything now wakes you up.
Yeah, yeah. It's a car passing by on the street or a cat outside or somebody passed by the hallway. Just everything,
I got you.
you
Just the
know?
slightest noise
Yeah,
rouses you from sleep.
yeah.
Mm.
That happens now and it's really
So it takes you longer
I
to
am
get into
annoyed
deep
by
sleep.
myself.
You just wish you could just fall asleep.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes it takes me like 2 hours to get to sleep.
That's freaking long.
I know. That's why I try to tire out myself.
Like a baby.
Yeah. It's not really like a baby, like a kid.
Well, yeah, you tire up kids and babies during the day so
Yeah,
that when night comes, they fall asleep
exactly.
really easy.
Exactly.
Okay.
What
Well,
about you?
my sleeping habits fluctuate. I don't have any issues sleeping. It's just when I get up. I can sleep my 8 hours, but it all depends on when I go to sleep and then when I'm waking up.
I don't have 8 hours. I have how many hours I feel like.
Some days I'm like that too. So my sleep schedule is wonky. I'm up more times at night than during the day because that's just how I work for the most part. I can switch it if I need to work during the day or like work with people during the day, so I could switch it around whenever. But that's the hard part. But overall, I haven't really had any issues with my sleep.
Really?
Anyways, the next question I have here is how would you describe your appetite over the past few weeks? Have you been eating properly? Have what you've been eating made you feel any sort of way? Have it affected you in any sort of way?
It was yesterday, wasn't it? That I had what I thought was heartburn.
Oh, right. You have like pizza, some
I had
pizza type
pizza
bread.
bread. I made pizza.
That's just
Okay.
one instance, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I haven't really felt. But you asked me. Oh my goodness.
Hmm?
You're saying that's only one
But I mean,
instance.
over like couple months, like, have you been feeling any weird type of way with like food or anything like that?
No,
Hmm?
I stay away from what I know is not good for me. So, like oily stuff, fried
Mm,
food stuff.
okay.
Yeah, my appetite, it's okay. I
Okay.
feel like eating Cheetos.
I don't know what that says about your mental health. Maybe you're just
That's
craving.
just what I've been craving recently.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some
all the
cheese puff snacks.
cheese. Yeah.
Okay. Let's get into some actual questions.
What do you mean actual questions?
Some super question. Have there been any times over the last few weeks to months we've been bothered by low feelings, stress, sadness, anxiety, anything like that?
Yeah. Krista says over the past 2 weeks and months. Let's see. I feel like that, I don't want to say a lot of the time, but yeah, there's some really low lows. They're
Mm,
horrible
uh,
lows.
yeah.
It just, they make you feel like you don't want to do anything or live anymore.
Is this constant or is this like this comes and goes?
It's very upsetting that it comes and goes.
Yeah. I know that feeling. Mm.
If I were constantly in the dumps, then it would be like, okay, well, I guess this is where it's at and
I
there's
don't.
nothing
I
else.
would hate that too.
But I hate I hate this actually. Sometimes I'd be like really low on one day and then I'll go to sleep and I'll feel really great the next day. Like a bipolar person. I'm not saying that I'm bipolar, I don't really know. I think all people have those kind of mood swings though,
Mm.
where you're up one day and you're down the other.
Yeah, I as well. Sometimes I feel, sometimes a thought passes through your brain and then
Hmm.
you just focus in on it and you're just, or repeating an event in your brain that's just something unpleasant. Like, you ever get like those when something, some terrible memory just pops up from like years ago or something that was just unpleasant and it just stays on your mind for like the rest of the day and you don't know why your brain brought it up all of a sudden.
I
It's
don't usually have um yeah, I don't usually have like a memory that does it for me.
mm.
It's more like future worries. I'm a
Yeah,
person who like worries about everything, about
yeah.
the future. Um, even though I'm super not prepared for anything that could happen, I'm always like thinking, what if this bad thing? What if that bad thing? I'm totally
Yeah,
that person.
you're a worry
And
wart.
then when your mind like hardcore goes in on that and you just keep on in that like
Yeah,
spiral,
you
it
just
is
need a
hard to get out. It's really hard to get
yeah,
out because you end up at the end.
yeah.
You know what the end is? You end up at the end where there's no hope at the end.
You just kind of feel
You feel like
hopeless.
everything is worth nothing. There
Mm.
is no hope. There's no light at the end of the tunnel.
Everything is pointless.
Yeah, it's really hard to get out of there. I often wonder how I get out of there myself.
Hmm. I think it's like the next question is about hobbies and interests and
Yeah, I don't think
activities.
it's that. I don't think it's that.
You not think it you don't think that those type of things keep you feeling like happy or uplift you from feeling so low because like you literally earlier talking about how today
Yeah,
was a
yeah.
good day and
Right.
it happened
But
because you
here's the
were
thing.
reading or watching
Here's
something.
the thing that I find, and this with me. If I'm feeling low,
Mm-hmm.
even if I watch something or I do something, I read a book, see something, or I do this kind of activity like drawing or something like that, if I was already feeling low, nothing, nothing works.
Uh, so how do you?
Those happy hobbies that I love,
Mm-hmm.
I love these things. Even the family, I love these people. But even talking to them doesn't like pull me out.
Mm.
It's like sleeping is good, which is they say you shouldn't sleep feeling badly, but kind of a reset, I
Mm.
feel. If I had already been feeling good or, whatever. But then, no, if I had been doing those hobbies and then the feeling of lowness came over me,
Mm-hmm.
it would drag me in as well.
Ah.
I don't know. It's difficult to get out of that kind of dark place, even with things that you enjoy doing
Mm-hmm.
and around the people that you love. It's still it's difficult.
I understand. I understand.
Yeah. What about you?
Mm, I like I described you like the whole thoughts, and sometimes I do worry too, but I've kind of like I guess mine is I've just thrown everything to the wind when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to future proofing certain things. Like last year, through so much and many other people's plans and my plans and sort of things completely out the window. And I did not feel happy at all the entire last for most of
Really?
last year.
And you know what? I actually have a different opinion than last year. I know that COVID killed a lot of people,
It also
but
made
when
people worry about money and
right,
food, the
and
bills,
jobs and
job.
where they're going to go next.
Yeah.
I had already kind of been feeling that before COVID, like, what am I going to do with my life from here on,
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
So that it didn't, it didn't, how can I say, it didn't increase those feelings. It just was the feelings were the same.
Yeah.
But I did not get any added stress from last year.
Mm.
It's strange, right?
And different things affect people differently. No?
Also, maybe I should add this.
What?
I was doing a job last year that, well, I stopped doing the job last year, but I kind of felt more free after I
Mm.
had been gone,
Mm.
you
Yeah.
know, kind of thing. It may sound bad because a lot of people lost their jobs, and I wasn't glad to like lose mine, but
The
it
stress
felt,
from
yeah,
having to deal.
felt like stress that I had been carrying the whole while.
Mm.
And because it had now been gone, I didn't have to worry about it. And like this burden had been released.
Mm.
You know, it sounds bad. Yes, I don't have a lot of money now and things are tight, but someplace inside of me, I can feel lighter
Yeah.
about it,
You
you know,
feel
about where I'm going. Even though things may be even more uncertain now, I still feel better than I did.
that's good.
Well,
I mean, it if something if something that you were doing, but you're doing it because it's work and whatever, and unfortunately, like many other people, you lost your job, but you feel good because you don't have to worry. That's good.
yeah,
That's good that you feel better about yourself.
yeah, yeah.
Like you
I
said,
agree.
yes, uncertainty sucks, but it wasn't certain that that job wouldn't lead you to an early grave as well. You know.
Okay, let's not talk
I'm
about
just
early
saying.
graves.
I'm just saying. Stress can kill you.
You're right.
You know. Okay.
What's the next question?
Uh, these questions are about autonomy, choice, and control. Uh, how often during the last few months or weeks to months have you felt as though your moods or your life were under your control?
Well, I think everyone will agree that no one has felt like anything's been under their control. I definitely do not feel like my life has been under my control for
Mm,
my entire life.
mm,
So just last year or a few weeks, the month is nothing new.
mm,
No, I don't feel like I've ever had it under control.
mm.
Um, yeah, that's all. No. The answer is no.
Hmm. That's a mood right there.
Is it?
Yeah, because
I don't
I
think
know
so.
exactly what you mean. I kind of have that same feel,
Yeah.
you know? Yeah. I wouldn't say.
Life is, a pain sometimes. I think we
uh,
lose a lot in life.
what are you trying to
Life is a
say?
losing game. That's it.
Ah, that's.
You lose until you win.
And
And
some
only
people
you
never
can
win.
determine what winning is. That's what life is.
Hmm.
Stupid.
That's not a bad way to see it, I guess. You
Is it?
choose what you consider is the win. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well, this question. How
What?
frequent have you been bothered by not being able to stop your worrying?
How frequently have I been
All the
bothered?
time is what
So
I would
this
like to
is what
say.
happens. This is what happens. If sometimes you just wake up and you feel bad, right? So sometimes I'd wake up and nothing from the day before I could say got me turned that way, but I just wake up and everything is off.
Ah,
Everything is off completely. It's dark and I don't feel like nothing. On days like that, um, what even was the question?
how frequently have you been bothered by not being able to stop your worrying?
Okay, on days like that, I'll probably be in the depths of worrying the whole day.
Yeah.
And how frequently does that happen? It doesn't happen like often. I can say that sometimes months go by and I don't have like a super low period,
Yes.
you know? But when the day comes, it can be really bad.
I feel the
I don't
same
think
way.
it's not like frequent.
No, but the whole when just all of a sudden a day just comes along and it just everything about the day or just feels like if it just
Yeah.
wrecked your
They say
mood.
what? You wake up on the wrong side of the bed. This
Yeah.
is for real. And I think there's actually something about waking up on some kind of side. Anyhow, I'm not talking about the actual side of bed, just mentally,
Yes. Yes.
in your headspace. The day is not okay.
Something about the day just from the get go.
Yeah.
You just
It
feel
just
so
set you
cursed.
wrong. Yeah. Like a shadow cast over you from the time you wake up, like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say
I wouldn't
that.
say it's frequent for me.
Yeah.
It's probably, I don't know, quarterly.
Quarterly.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh boy. Like
So
a
like four
financial
times.
record.
Yeah, yeah. So like four times a
uh,
year. Maybe
four
I'll
times?
have a
I don't know how
really
to.
bad day.
I don't know. I haven't ever really thought or counted
Well,
my
I've
really bad
never
days.
either, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying I know that it doesn't
It's not a
happen.
frequent thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. I would say that I worry, but not a lot. But I probably should worry more than I worry.
Oh, I worry all the time. I'm just saying being overcome by the worrying
Hmm.
happens like quarterly.
Hmm. I feel sometimes, I don't know, as adult, I feel like, am I an adult? I feel weird in that some things that I think I should worry about,
Hmm.
I don't worry about, or and how am I'm bringing
Why
across
don't
what I'm
you
trying
have
to
some
say.
examples?
I don't know. I guess money's a worry, but I'm not worried about that. I
You're
guess,
not?
but I should be.
Like
Should be
that.
worried about my future and what I want to do, and I am, but at the same time I'm not. And I worry about me not
Not
worrying
worrying.
about that and what that says about me, and if maybe I don't have my priorities in the right place, or things that I'm trying to set up and do, maybe they're not the thing. I don't know. Something I worry that I am not worried enough for myself.
Okay. Well, I don't get that since
I
I'm.
don't know how exactly to describe that, but at the same time, I don't. I try not to worry because I know where that puts me in my head, and
Mhm.
I really don't like
Want
that
to be there.
feeling or that type of
Oh,
like
this happens as
sensation.
well. Sometimes I do like that, right? Where sometimes you get a bad thought,
Yeah.
but you're like, okay, I'm so not going to think about that right now. I'm doing other things. Life is, I gotta do life. So you go on, but when the day comes and all of those things pile up, because I don't know why they pile up either. But then just one day you just think about all of those things at once, and it's like, wow, what am I doing?
Yeah.
You know?
What am I doing?
Anyhow, what's the next question?
These questions are about self perception.
How confident
How confident
have
you
you
have.
been feeling in your capabilities recently?
I'm not sure what they mean by capabilities, but I guess they mean in going about everyday life. I don't know, work, play.
So it
Mm.
says perception are related to confidence, self-esteem, feelings of being capable of doing things you want to do. Well, um, I said this before, but I wanted to go out last year a lot and do a lot of things outside the house. So
A
I
lot
don't
of my
feel really
plans were
capable
about going out.
about doing the things that I couldn't. Yeah. Still somehow feel locked up like that as well. Yes, I do not feel confident um in my capabilities
I
recently.
I think the question is more about if you capable in doing the things that you can do.
Well, yeah, I'm awesome, you know?
I feel differently about this question. I feel that I am capable to do the things that I want to do, but this is
Mm-hmm.
more like technical things, the things that I have planned that I want to do. I just think that myself, and I know it's true, that I can be incredibly lazy.
That I see.
Yeah. And I feel that that in itself, me, is keeping me back sometimes when it comes to certain projects I put to my mind,
Mm-hmm.
or I something that really annoys me. I find I start something and then I get a bit of ways and I put it to one side and I start something again because not
Oh,
because I don't want to complete the project or I don't want to fix whatever I'm doing, but I find that when I work on a project, I get the need or desire to work on another project alongside it.
do you get distracted?
I think so. I get distracted and I go and do something else. And most of the time it is not an issue in me finishing either one or the other. It's not like taking up time to do either one, but it feels like I don't know. It doesn't stop my I guess efficiency. I'm not sure. It just feels very weird to me.
Maybe you're a person that needs to be doing several things at once.
I think so. I remember my teachers call it the need to feel busy, and sure that's fine. But at the same time, I worry. This again, me worrying about things that may not be an issue because it's not been an issue when I have and when if I have decent time management when I'm working on things, that's fine. But it just I feel I should have more focus and just work on one thing at a time. But that may not be an issue, but I think it's an issue. Therefore, it might not be.
I think that you just need to be doing a couple things
Yeah.
at once. So that you wouldn't lose interest
Mm.
in just doing one thing at a time.
That's probably it.
Yeah.
That's probably it.
Anyhow, what's the next question?
Okay, we have a few more questions. How
Okay.
satisfied have you been with yourself over the past few months? I guess this is about how you feel you're getting through with things that come your way, or like how well you get through different issues in life, I guess.
Hmm.
I know. That's how I'm reading the question.
Um, so it's about self-esteem though.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty satisfied with myself. Yeah. There are some times when I hate myself and I tell myself that.
uh,
But then I get over it. Yeah. You have to get over it. You have to, I don't know how to say, I don't know how other people will get over it,
Normally with
but you gotta
therapy
get
help.
over it. You got to get over, most importantly, the self-hate. I have had those times. It is just not, it's not a good look. Yeah, you feel bad about yourself, and everything from there feels bad. I don't really know how I do it.
It's probably a mixture of just keeping yourself happy, uplifting, even though you might feel low. Just find things that keep you going, I
I don't
guess.
know. I don't know. That's one of the things that I find is annoying though. Because one time I'll be like, I feel so bad about everything. And then I'll I don't hate the feeling bad about everything. I hate the constant like turning myself around and trying to feel good. Do you know?
Ah, you
You know what
rather
I mean?
just
I hate the like constant perseverance kind of thing.
ah. Hmm. I think I
Does
understand
that
what you mean.
feel weird?
Yeah,
It probably feels
not
weird.
weird. I
And
understand
I don't know
exactly
what
what
a
you mean.
therapist will say, but it is tiring
Yes.
sometimes. It's like I gotta pick myself up and do this again. You know, I gotta have
You.
this better outlook. I gotta change this path. And sometimes it is so, like I said earlier though, it is so grueling
Yeah.
to get out of a dark place.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't, that's why I can't even, I don't have advice on how to do it because everybody is probably different how they get out of those places.
Mm.
Maybe for some people, it can be talking to another person or, like you said earlier, doing something that they like. I don't really know. I have a reset point, I think. My reset point is going to sleep. If I don't feel great, even after going to sleep, then I go to sleep again the next night. That's all I can say because I just keep feeling badly if my reset point doesn't work.
Mm.
Kind of.
I got you.
Yeah, sleep is my
Maybe for you,
thing.
it's for you. Sleep is like at least there's a reset point.
Yeah.
When you go to sleep, you tell yourself whatever happened or however feeling you was today, fuck that. Let's start fresh the next day.
I don't know if I tell myself
I
that
mean,
subconsciously. I definitely don't tell myself that like in the forefront. So if it's my subconscious doing that, who knows? But I just know that sometimes, most of the time, I'll feel better when I wake up.
okay, that works for you.
Yeah, that's all I can say.
Okay. The next few questions about hope and hopelessness and the future, their hopes and goals and the actions they were taking before to get to that. I think we kind of covered this
Yeah,
because the first question is like, how often have you felt as though the future was bleak over the past few weeks? And the other question is that, can you tell me about your hopes and dreams for the future and what feelings you have recently working towards those goals? I think we kind of covered those type of things.
That's a question, one of those questions there I hate to be asked
Which one?
recently. And that is about my goals and my hopes and dreams for the future.
Ah.
Honestly, I don't really have any. Okay, people might say, oh, but you're a young person, you know, what it is that you want to do, the whole world is open to you, you have your whole life ahead of you. I mean, people are dying at 5 years old. I don't know about whole life ahead of me, but
Jesus. Uh,
I get where they're coming from.
yeah.
But I don't right now. I used to have hopes and dreams. Right now, I don't really have anything set. I just don't want to be stuck for the rest of my life. It doesn't matter where that is or what I'm doing. I just don't want to be stuck in one place. Right now, I feel really horrible that I can't travel. And people may say traveling is overrated, but really, it's overrated in a good way. You know? It is. Think about
I
it.
got you.
There's so many things you can learn from traveling, meeting different people, to hearing the language, to going to different sites and learning about different monuments and the history of a place. There's so many things. There's so much knowledge to be gained and wisdom from traveling. Your perspective and outlook on life could change.
But Kim, can't you just travel on the internet and see all these things that you're talking about and all this language and
you're not wrong,
information?
but it's a different feeling when you are in it and actually engrossed in it. Imagine this, right? You can look, imagine that you wanted to go to India. You can go online and maybe, I don't know, see how it is at a market in India online. And that's all great. You can watch a video or whatever and attend maybe some kind of event that they have online where y'all are all chatting or y'all all, you know, video chatting and seeing each other and talking about how y'all like India and stuff like that. But it's different when you get off the plane and land in an Indian airport. And then you walk out into an Indian street and you hear the Indian languages all around you. And you actually go to that market and see the ladies and the men, the stall vendors. You see them selling their goods and products stuff. It's different.
Uh-huh.
Ay, ay, ay. Anyway,
I understand you, kid.
so what were we even talking about? My hopes and dreams.
And goals.
I don't have anything like that right now. No. I don't want to be stuck, like I said. I want to be happy. I want my family to be happy. I want us to be healthy. I guess those are hopes and dreams, but they don't feel like
What the question is asking.
yeah, they're not, how can I say,
they're basic. They're the basic. Like,
no, it's
needs.
not about basic, but those are everlasting things I want for us. Yes. Our health and our happiness.
Yes, those are basic things, essentially.
Exactly. You know, like for Christmas when you wish for world peace or something. It's like, you know, well, I think all of us want world peace, kind of.
Maybe.
But what is your wish?
Or goal?
Exactly.
What do you want? What do you want to take from this earth and make your own?
Well, I didn't know about that. That was a little too deep there.
I mean, life will take everything and anything from you.
Yes, didn't I say that earlier?
Right? And in my eyes, the best way to live your life is to take whatever you want as well. take sounds very selfish,
No,
but it is the truth. You have to take you have to take whatever life throws at you in the first place. So you might as well take from life whatever you want. You know? Not how to say life gives you lemons, make lemonade. No, if life gives you lemons and you don't want lemonade, take the lemons and sell them.
that's not what I would do. If life sold me lemons, I would squeeze them in her face.
Anyways, so you're, do you, okay, so we've kind of talked about how we don't, you may not have any concrete goals, but do you feel hopeless? Or do you still feel hopeful about maybe your future going forward?
I don't know. It depends on the day, doesn't it?
And at the same time, it depends on what's going around you or
Well,
whatever.
again, this whole COVID situation happened really bad, but I haven't felt extremely hopeless.
Yeah, and plus the vaccine's going out and things like that. It's
Even
hopefully
before that,
looking
it
better.
wasn't, I didn't get that feeling. But anyway,
Okay.
what's the next?
This is the questions about relationship and belonging and how you feel, well, how do you fit into society, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Describe how supported you feel by others around you, your friends, family, or otherwise.
This one is easy. And I was saying this today as I was watching this television show. I know that I'm supported by my family.
Hell yeah.
I don't know about my friends, whatever, whoever cares. But my family, I know that whatever it is that I decide to do going forward, that I have the backing of you guys. I
Yeah,
know.
of course.
I was saying that today. I was watching this show with this boy and I was saying it's good that his family is supportive of what he wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people don't have that. They don't have those around them who even cares about what they would be doing.
A good support network.
Yeah,
Someone you can always just like call up or talk to about
anything.
anything.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I feel supported too. I especially feel super supported by you and my other friends that I have.
Eh?
Yes. Yeah. Even though you give me a lot of shit for a lot of things, I appreciate that because
Uh-huh.
I mean it means you care, or they'll give me that face.
Does it?
Anyways.
I care for you?
Oh, whatever. But yeah, I think relationship wise with people, I think I'm also like a good friend to those who I know might need help or
Is
just
that
talk
something
or
to say
assistance.
about yourself? Can
It
you say that
feels
you're a good
like
friend?
it feels weird to say it now that I think about it, but knowing people who I know and like some stuff that they've gone through, and me just like I know how just having a friend, just being there for them, I've seen how that
Oh.
has affected them and helped them and assist them.
Then I
You
feel
know
really bad then.
why?
Because if we, yeah, turning that question around, I don't really feel like I've been a good friend
Mm,
to my friends.
mm. You probably should change it around.
Yeah, probably. If I want to have friends still,
Yeah,
yeah.
probably need to be a little bit.
It's so hard to be active though in other people's
It
lives.
is, and I get at the same time you don't have to be active. You just need to sometimes be
Don't say
there.
be there because that's
Just
what I mean.
okay. I just mean like
Being there sometimes is hard.
that is true.
You
Everybody
know,
has their
have you
own things
ever
going on, so
watched those television shows where the person is all like crying and said, I just needed you to be there,
yeah.
kind of thing? Sometimes we okay, being there seems like something so easy,
I know.
but in the end, every individual is going through their own thing too.
Hmm.
Just being there for somebody
Might not
else
be
could be
possible.
so exactly. It might not be
And
possible.
maybe for you, it is not possible. No.
No, I'm not saying that it's not possible because I know that the way things turned out is kind of mostly my fault. Let me not lie. It's all my fault, right? It's not, dear listeners, it's not anything like I had a falling out. It's just,
People grow apart over time, Kim.
yeah, yeah, but trying to maintain that relationship and still be myself. I'm navigating that right now.
Okay. I mean, I have friends who I might not talk to them for months, and then we just hook up, and then we're talking again, and then we break because it's just because life, you know,
Exactly.
and especially with things going on in the world today, it's hard, but at the same time, I don't know what I'm trying to say.
At the
It's
same time, you should still
you
try.
still try,
I
I
know.
guess.
I
Yeah,
should try.
you should try. If you think
I
if
will
if
try.
you think these people are people you
Important.
want to are important,
Yes.
and you want to keep in your life,
I know.
just
I
reach out.
know. I
Yeah.
know. I know. I know. I know. I know. I know. I know. Anyhow, let's move on.
Okay, I think this is the last set of questions we're gonna do for
Okay.
tonight. Has to do with activity. Are there any important activities or projects that you've been involved in recently, and how much enjoyment do you get from these? And how frequently have you doing things that mean something to you in your life?
Um, so this podcast
Yeah, yeah, that's
is
kind of true.
an activity that we've been doing, a project that we've been doing,
Yeah.
that we've been involved with recently. I think I do enjoy doing this podcast.
Me too.
Um, yeah, the end. Oh, it says how much involvement? What does that mean?
This is enjoyment, not how much involvement.
Involvement on a scale of like 1 to 10 or
Oh,
something. Anyhow,
where do you see that?
what do you mean? It says how much enjoyment. You just read it.
Right, enjoyment, not involvement.
You just said that again.
Okay.
I heard you. Anyhow, yeah, I get a lot of enjoyment from this podcast, from doing it. We have different ideas and stuff that we want to do, and we can do
Yes,
whatever we want to as well.
exactly.
Yeah, I like talking about all kinds of stuff, so
Hmm.
it's great.
Any other thing like that? Like maybe you brought up like drawing earlier when you were discussing about things that keep you happy.
Drawing. I've been trying to get back into drawing,
Hmm.
but I don't know. You
Really, what?
you really will lose it if you
If you
don't
don't use it,
use it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
And I haven't like properly like drawn in years.
hmm.
So
Okay.
it's a problem.
I've been trying to get back into the whole writing mood. I
You've
have
been saying that.
I know it's a struggle to put ideas on paper for me.
Is it?
It is, funnily enough, uh, I don't know. I find myself writing, doing prompts for things, putting them one side, opening like my word or whatever, and just staring at maybe just a few sheets of story that I've written,
Mm-hmm.
and I feels just so daunting and annoying. Like I don't think it's writer's block. It's like I don't know. But I've been trying to motivate myself to at least do something each day.
Yeah.
Even if it isn't like a lot,
Mm-hmm.
at least get into the actual process of getting up, write something. you can go back and you can change it another day, but write something. Get in that whole thing to do, just to get my creative juices flowing in my head again. You know, and it's been working somewhat. So yeah, I've been enjoying doing it.
Have you?
Yeah, and I've also started to read a bit more, even though I already read a fuck ton. I read a lot, so I'm reading them a lot more. Just I feel good again about doing that again. So yeah, I'm
Great.
looking forward to really going somewhere with it.
That's great. I think we ended on a high note. Wow, how did that happen? I was sure this was going to end in the dumps, but
So we would that in the dumps.
I mean, dark.
Just because it's about your head mind space and your head space doesn't mean it's going to always be sadness and
I mean,
like
considering
darkness.
myself.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why I thought so.
You might think you're
Anyway,
that gloomy, but you came in here
I'm not,
happy.
I'm never super gloomy, except for those days.
And today is not one of those days.
Oh, thank God today's not one of those days. Oh, yesterday wasn't one of those days either. It's because of the puppy boy. Oh, he's so cute. I just need cute things. That's what I think.
Okay.
Anyhow, mental health, people. It's important. Yeah. It affects all areas of everyone's life.
Yeah.
Stress is really, I don't know what to say about stress. Stress can kill you.
I mean, you can get a stroke from having too much stress, and we know people who that's occurred to
Yeah,
too.
yeah, it is serious. A lot of people do not realize how important it is, but maybe by our episode today, I don't know if anyone is going to listen, it doesn't matter. It's good for us though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully it reaches some other people as well.
Maybe find someone you need to talk to, or maybe.
Actually, you can even write out these questions and answer them yourself often,
Maybe put a link to the questions that.
Yeah, on this list, there's actually a whole set of other questions.
Yes.
So
This is just a
it
small
should
snippet.
be really helpful, I think.
It's questions to also think about yourself and go through self-evaluating how you think you feel. And if you think you need help and assistance, please do try and reach out to someone.
Exactly.
Or maybe
Whether that's a
therapist,
friend or family member.
or maybe a professional.
Exactly. Alright then, everyone. Do not neglect your mental health. Okay?
Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.